Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Spectator Mode Podcast. You're joined by myself, Mogul Tome Grinder Gitsilius. You're joined by RPG Gotcha Man Scott, and then Impact enthusiast Kevin Kelly. He clearly plays that Impact. It's the greatest game of all time. He loves his two-button infinites. He loves how he could just hit heavy 6 times and win the game. That feels great, right? Isn't that, Kevin?
No.
6 heavy attacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay.
No.
Yeah.
But no.
Why not 7 heavy attacks?
You know what? Maybe why not? Add the extra. Hit quick gear, cancel that 6 heavy into another 7 heavy. Why not? That's gaming right there. This is great. Before we start the podcast, let's give a roundabout what we've been doing and playing for this week, and I will start it off. So what I've been doing, check out the YouTube page. I've been playing a lot of retro games in Final Fantasy XIV. I have been doing a lot of grinding for the Mogul Tomes because 7.3 is coming out soon. Rumor has it at 7.3, the update for Final Fantasy XIV is coming out sometime first or second week of August, and I need 100 Mogul Tomes so I can get the coffee earrings. And I love coffee, and that's what I want. And I have currently 69 tomes right now. Nice. I actually have 69, so nice. So I've been doing that. I've been playing some retro beat 'em ups, and I've also been playing off stream that Impact and a lot of Marvel Rivals to a point. I think I posted in our Discord showing a game where I was a legit carry of Cloak and Dagger at like 3 a.m. because I needed to rank up, and people just being idiots and just being toxic. And they were like, someone said, Cloak, you should focus on healing, bro. In that game, I got the most healing, the most damage, the most assist, the most kills, the most final blows, and the most damage. I'm like, I am the goddamn carry. Me! I built this game! Heal by heal! Anyway, that's it. Anyway, that's enough be ranted. So that's what I've been up to. So as I transfer over, let's go to Kevin Kelly, and he'll let us know that how much he's been playing in Impact and enjoying the BB Plus license he had, right? He's been enjoying that game so much. Game of the year for him. As he can't even put the game down around right now.
No.
He's trapped
playing it on
camp.
Steam Deck. No,
Playing it on his Steam Deck. I think it does have Steam Deck playability. I think so. He's just sitting there thinking like, oh my god, did I really hit my infinite? Come on, Kevin, let us know what you've been up to, man.
Just watched Sinners last night. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Sinners, Michael B. Jordan.
Yep. And Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, but not Michael Jordan though.
No. Michael B. Jordan.
B. Jordan. How do you feel about that? That it's not Michael Jordan.
Oh, I feel great. I mean,
So no Space Jam? Not feeling the Space Jam no more?
what was he gonna do?
What's he gonna do?
Throw about like what? 30 ads in like 60 seconds? Yeah.
Yeah,
What
look.
you gonna do?
I think what he could have done was hit the dunk on that vampire with the crazy teeth, and then he would have, and then be like, oh my god, he hit the pointer, Jordan with the buzzer. He would have hit that. I think it would have been sick. You don't agree with that? You don't think it would have been sick?
I don't know.
But we got Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you feel about Creed? I mean, Michael B. Jordan.
I didn't watch Creed at all. Like,
You didn't watch
I
Creed
wanted-
1 or 2?
people just kept overhyping it, and I'm like sitting there like, I'm not.
Unironically, if just ignore the hype, and I think it's a decent boxing movie. It's a good.
Yeah.
Like if you loved the OG setup of Rocky 1 through 3, Rocky 2 and 3, you would have liked this. You would like Creed.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you think of Sinners? Besides Michael Jordan scoring these slam dunks, defeating all the vampires.
I liked it. It's it gets really like it's definitely a horror movie, but it's also kind of a musical in a sense as well.
Yeah.
They have this one part that was just they just go really hard into it as to like it being an actual. It's reminding you, it's supposed to be. There's supposed to be music in this, right? Because it's influencing things, and then you kind of realize, like, holy shit, like it is musical. Like, so they really really amplify on that later. There's this one scene. I don't know if I should spoil it. Where,
You know when they did the dancing and then the dancing and then the guy got killed in the mid dance. Is that one?
No, the part where I guess what's his name? the preacher boy, when he's playing, like the influences from various parts of life magically show up. That shit was crazy. Like what the hell? Like that was like something straight out of a Michael Jackson music video right there. Like,
Yeah.
that was insane. But yeah, I mean that. What else did I watch?
You also watch your Discord notifications pop off.
It's over that. I did watch something else. I think that was probably it. I know I talked about Technoman, so I finished that. I know I'm dying to watch Zoids. I've been watching a lot of Zoids clips about
Wait, classic Zoids?
Yeah, like New Century and Chaotic Century stuff. Like
Wow.
the New Century, that stuff is just, I don't know, like every single time I'm watching it, it just gives me flashbacks when I was a kid, like watching this stuff. Or I mean, as a teen, I think.
Yeah, like Zoids.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just.
I mean, it was on Toonami Afternoon, and then we. I think the Zoids we got on like Toonami was like at best a season and a half, and then like Yeet, and then if you found it, you found it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I definitely want to see the Chaotic Century stuff because I want to know if people actually die in that one. Like
wow.
And in the New Century, it's more esports like or competitive sports like. Oh yeah, I got a pterodactyl with a missile launcher up its ass. Yeah, I'm gonna just use it and I'm gonna blow somebody up. It's like nah.
I respect that though. Not gonna lie, I respect that. Yeah.
Me too, man. Seeing what they're, but like, sure they got rules, but in Chaotic Century, it's like, oh no, the pterodactyl has a missile launcher up its ass because it's going to kill you.
Right.
We're in a war. We're fighting against each other.
Right. I've been had missiles down there. I've been had those missiles launched.
Yeah.
That's the real mix-up.
Oh, totally.
So other than
they
that,
got like a Velociraptor with a sniper rifle in its tail. So when it's looking like a wrecked, it's like the pilot is aiming and it's shooting you with that thing. It's so sick.
It's called good aim, man. It's good aim.
Oh, totally.
It's good aim.
Well, I've been playing mostly with Mecha Break. I just made it to Masters, so.
Wait. So you weren't playing then Impact, the greatest fighting game that came out, like it was Save the FTC?
No,
You weren't part of the 160 Steam concurrent players? No.
Exactly, 160, bro. We made it. That's esports. Esports.
It didn't even make Evo Nice anyway, so I don't know.
That 160 people, bro. That's esports. You gotta get the respect. That's esports.
I don't know. Those numbers just are sad, especially for Syria franchise like Hunter x Hunter. That's actually really good.
Hunter x Hunter is actually good, and after the people behind it, Lightning, which created Marvel vs. Capcom 3, so you had a tag team there, right? Like you'd expect something to come out of it, and Arc System Works being the guys to publish it. I mean, it all made sense. Like this is a trifecta. It's not a Chrono Trigger trifecta, but it's a trifecta.
No.
I don't know if you can ever have another Chrono Trigger trifecta.
No. It should be the sad part of City is like Hunter x Hunter is popular for people who also like Yu Hakusho and some of the stuff. Hunter x Hunter as a manga has not been relevant in a long time because Togashi has been sick and old. He only finished USD volume 37, which I think is which I'm gonna go to the bookshelf. Get serious, walk into the bookshelf. Anyway, all right.
I didn't even see
it. Do we have to make a counter for that now? Every time Get Silius walks to a book.
Yeah, you gotta walk to
God, show your hand going through your bookshelf.
God damn, ding. Yeah, not yet. I have to pay.
Not yet.
Yeah. Oh, so as of
when we get what $200 on Patreon or something? Is that like a perk that we're supposed to
Patreon perk?
Look, if you donate to the Aberhaven Patreon and give that money, I will update my model for the counter so I can grab a book randomly. Okay, we need that money, and I will not use that money on Liquid Death. I promise. I will not spend it on Liquid Death. I am not addicted to it. I have never spent much money on it. I never drunk. I don't even know what it is. but people say I drink it. People say it's delicious. Probably the greatest sparkling water and tea ever invented, but people say that, but I have never partaken, me whatsoever. So as of today,
user
on
Discord,
exactly. Yep.
Amazing.
As of what I have right now, 390 chapters, and he was 390 chapters. He's up to, and he hasn't finished the series yet. Volume 37 in Japan. I think he hinted that he will have 391 up soon, and he's been sick and all. So I was like, yeah. This man is, if you follow him, you follow him, but I do not think he's super relevant compared to Jushin Kaisen, Kagabari, or, well, My Hero's ended, so skip that.
I mean,
yeah, My Hero
Berserk
ended,
could even make
that.
a fighting game right now, and I'm pretty sure it would be so.
Oh, yeah, Berserk make a fighting game, people be down for it, but I think people be unfair with the emotional damage that game will bring to people.
No. All you gotta do for that is just, like, get what's his name? Get a Griffith Femto level 3 and have him repeat like literally what happened to the Band of the Hawk. Yeah, that's his ultimate.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty scary because it's like, oh, I pick Griffin, I win the game, even though he's a villain. That'd be pretty weird. That would be uncool. That'd be like maining Cholo and then losing every match because you don't know how fishes work. I've seen that happen.
Jeez.
Cholo has a level 3 in Nen Impact where you can summon fishes that attack for him, but you can actually beat that by chicken guarding. But hey, I told you that, okay? I'm helping you out.
I don't even know how I'm picking that game anyway. Like, I haven't really. What did I get to? I got to the part where they got out the forest and Hunter x Hunter. I don't know anything.
Which forest, bro? I had the entire series on lock.
The first part.
Forest we talked?
So the original forest, the first trial forest.
The first trial. I don't know, bro. I'm debating. I'm debating making that John Tito speed dial. That's kind of embarrassing. You're only like at best volume 3.
I think I got to the part where Hisoka kills that sniper, okay? Like, that's how bad it is. I remember how that went. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. But the rest of this shit is so boring.
I think, you know what? I don't think you enjoyed.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you enjoyed Togashi's work. I think I for the sake of everyone on this podcast, Scott, just make sure you call Don Cheadle next week. Just put it in a speed dial.
Just because we don't have the other one here.
Yeah, the other one here. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, I can't believe it. And so, oh god,
Claire Obscura too.
Yeah, before we get lost in the sauce of Togashi love, Scott, what games have you been playing and watching? And please tell me that you have been watching Uma Matsume, the greatest sports anime of all time.
I apparently need to because it's been all over the social media feeds that I've been looking at. But I think that's because a lot of my social media feeds is very gacha focused.
Oh, wow. The game, I'll have legit argument. The game may not be that great, but the anime is peak.
What is this?
I would definitely.
Yeah. So I've been finishing up. Well, not really finishing. I've kind of gotten distracted in Eden Zero just by doing all the side stuff. Not because like I like a lot of like the combat or the fighting. It's because of all the unlockables you could get in the game. There's a lot of like outfits and like weapons and stuff that you can unlock. Some actually help your stats, and most of them are just there for the aesthetics.
Oh wow!
And that's kind of just been like what I've been doing. Is you have to do a lot of the quests to get a lot of the unlockables, and then when you do those quests, you unlock more quests that have more unlockables. And it's just kind of just been this thing of just, well, what if I do this quest, and then I do this quest, and I can go back and see if there's anything more, and then there's usually a lot more quests that show up that there's other unlockables you can get. So it's one of those just nonstop feed loops of just like, there's a lot of side quests that can give you a lot of unlockable outfits.
That's crazy.
So I've been doing a lot of that with Eden Zero. I probably should actually, work on writing that review now that I'm like near the end of the actual game story-wise, but I'm too busy on unlocking everything else.
Oh god. You did talk about it on
the other game that I've been playing is one that should have a review up by the time this is, which is Moto Monogatari, Fia and the Wondrous Academy. To help explain what that is, if you have ever played video games in like the 80s or 90s, you've probably heard of this game series called Puyo Puyo. There's still a lot of like newer games of Puyo Puyo, like there's Puyo Puyo Tetris now. where it just has Puyo Puyos all over the place, which are like little slime creatures that just look like Dragon Quest slimes, like everything else does, that are like little enemies. But anyways, those creatures actually originated in a game series called Monomonogatari. And those games never really made it to the West. They were all like Japanese exclusive back when, it was like very hard for us to get any Japanese games over here, where you had to do all like the fun sourcing of ROMs to try to find fan patches and all that fun stuff. So they finally are bringing over a entry into the series. That's going to be the newest entry. And it basically is a game that is just... It is all about comedy. It's great. It tries to make you think it's serious in the beginning, because Fia is now going to the Magic Academy where she wants to learn how to be a mage who did all these like drastically amazing things. I'm guessing is a lot of the amazing things are also things that were actually done in the original Monomonogatari series, like the old games. And then the first day she's there at like the ceremony of her getting welcomed in, it turns into just like everything is comedy. Like, she has a little creature that's called, like, Carbuncle that apparently was, like, her mom's, like, best friend or something. And gets into Fia's pockets during the ceremony, eats curry, and then starts blowing fire at everybody. And then the fire curry then gets into another person who's actually a dragon person. They start breathing fire everywhere, and it just destroys the whole ceremony, and it's just hilarious.
That's crazy.
But it's like a roguelite RPG. Where it's like every level, or you go to the dungeon and then all the levels shift, and then you have to go up a certain amount of levels to get to the actual item or thing you're looking for.
So it's kind of similar to
combat and everything. So
like
the gameplay is not bad, but most of like the thing you want for this game is just the humor, and the comedy is just fantastic.
Oh yeah, I was saying like, so the game's combat is similar to like Sheeran the Wanderer, then like a roguelike RPG like that.
It's not as intuitive as Sheeran. So it's in the same vein of like the dungeon setup, but not in the mechanic setup. So it's not like you take a step, the enemies take a step like it is in Sheeran. It's just enemies are all over the place, and you can find them in dungeons, or you can just keep trying to go up higher and higher, because you do kind of want to have enough what's known as like vitality, because every step you take or every action that you make does decrease your vitality bar, and if you have no vitality bar left, then your HP starts going down to 0. If your HP goes down to 0, you die.
Sounds fun.
So you're on like a time basis, but you can find like curry in dungeons, or you can bring curry with you in dungeons that can increase that vitality bar.
That makes sense. That sounds good. All right, that sounds like an interesting set of stuff we've been doing from gaming and watching television. I didn't watch any television except for Uematsura's second season, so that counts. Anything. I legit was crying. I do mean this unironically. That the show is good. The couch game, it's a 5-hour conversation. And as I mentioned earlier, playing Final Fantasy XIV a lot. We're gonna roll into what happened recently. So apparently, Final Fantasy XIV's ending support for Windows 10. I mean, what? What's that about? Yeah,
Windows 10 is about to die.
Yeah,
but isn't support for Windows 10 going to be dead in what? October?
Yeah, October 25th, 2025 is when Windows 10 is officially defunct, according to Microsoft. It just basically means that you don't have any security updates, which, in case you're also wondering, security updates haven't happened for like Windows 7 or Windows XP or Windows 8 or Windows anything before that either, but people still use those operating systems.
Yeah. I think it's kind of crazy though. I think the forums have posted like support capability for it, because Windows 11, as Keith will be here in spirit, says, it's not the greatest for gaming. We could probably talk about 9-hour conversations about Microsoft bad, but unironically, it's kind of weird because it's lined up the same time of it. I personally have Windows 11 because that's what I built on my PC. So get that upgrade. I know some of you may not be happy, but it's time to get that upgrade. Get the upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you just don't want it, you can just go straight to Linux, I guess.
Yeah, which Linux is the greatest for gaming. I feel like every
it's getting
person-
better for gaming. It's not the
feel like-
greatest, but then
It's not the
again, Windows
greatest.
isn't the greatest either. It's just the most compatible.
Exactly, because everyone's on Windows, and like I feel like everyone who says that like Linux is great for gaming is like a low key like psycho propagandist, like dude who's trying to scam me for like $3. You know, like, hey man, if you just sign your name here and I'll give you $10, yeah, like that kind of guy, you know. But yeah, so that happened. Personally, you got to make the upgrade. This isn't going to affect people who play on the console versions of it. If you're on PC, this is what it is. I generally think that, in my honest opinion, between Windows 10 and Windows 11, is I like how Windows 10 didn't annoy me for every update. That is the saving grace, I say. It didn't annoy me every update. Windows 11 will annoy you for every update, such as your antivirus software. Are you sure you're downloading that? This site is not trustworthy. Of course it's not trustworthy. That's why I'm in incognito mode anyway.
Jeez.
The irony with that too is if you're on Windows, like if you're on Windows 10 nowadays, if you try to look up for updates, it's gonna give you ads constantly of just like Windows 11, Windows 11, Windows 11 on your Windows 10 device.
Exactly. It's crazy, bro. I'm like, okay, that's what we do. But yeah, it's kind of weird though. Like obviously, you know, Microsoft and Square Enix does have a deal because, you know, Final Fantasy XIV is now available on their platforms, but you have to go, instead of using the game card and paying through out pocket, Microsoft decided to fumble the bag. As this is not a Microsoft hate session. Come on, you guys know it's reality. They fumbled the bag. So if you want to play Final Fantasy XIV on your PC or Windows device, which is using Windows format, you have to get the secondary transition called crystals to play the game. I don't know why they did that, but I don't want to worry about it because I use Steam and I just pay the Mongol. I buy. Hey, here's a good hack trick. Buy the time cards from Amazon. You get them digitally and use it when you're about to run out because you'll know which one you use because on Amazon they tell you the date and time you purchased it, so you're never ever out of time. It's 60 days for $30 is a good deal. So that's just me. Also, if you're a new egg hunter, you can always find like those card packs or digital codes for like $27, $25, but that's a whole different topic for another time. That's if you're hunting for games. And speaking of topics for another time, apparently Visa and MasterCard, they're great people. They're so great that they have been slowly implementing changes to websites such as Fansly and other sites where you can no longer purchase your NSFW content or content that is NSFW adjacent.
Yeah.
Now it's moved over to gaming. Valve is like, we're passing a rule that if you can't buy games, if Visa, MasterCard say the game is a no-no, you're not be able to get it.
Yeah, so these payment processors basically can give you, or I guess can give Steam basically ultimatums of if you want our services on your website, on your platform, you have to adhere to what we want you to be able to let them use their money for, basically.
Yeah,
And so some of those is the NSFW games. So if you are a fan of those games, no shame for you, but it's unfortunate that this is happening because I mean there is a lot of these types of games on Steam and also on like Nintendo eShop that you'll find, and there are people that will buy these in spades because they are always like in the top like 20 top paid apps for some reason, probably because they always have like super steep discounts to buy them. But ultimately, I think the sad thing is that it's not a Steam decision; it's a MasterCard Visa decision to basically say that we don't want these on your platform.
Oh yeah,
this is akin to like censorship, but on a monetary value, because it's like, since when Master Visa card are legitimate like moral arbiters, like what's available or not? You have my money, I pay for it. Shut up. Yes, you're going to stitch me to the government. We all agree that's going to happen anyway. Shut up. Like, that's why I got incognito mode, right? Right, Kevin? Incognito mode. That's what
that's how it works.
Clearly, yes.
Hey, you don't want to buy something through Visa or MasterCard, you just throw
incognito mode.
You got incognito mode at it, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Hey, the government, if you're watching, please don't judge me, okay? Just because I buy Tokinosaurus plushes, please don't judge me anymore, okay? Please. I'm a good Christian gamer. Anywho, all right. So that's me talking to government. Let's get back to this. So yeah, we support Visa and Mastercard. What they're doing is really helping out the community, right?
Depends on the community, I guess. If you're someone who wants to have a better curated storefront like eShop, that like they don't want these on like the front page, well, guess what? They're not going to be on any page now.
Yeah, unironically, I do feel this is pretty bad because it's like now they're being like Visa and MasterCard being moral arbiters of what people buy with their money, and it's like this is my honest opinion about Steam, right? And even Nintendo eShop. If you are into the Gooner gamers, and hey mate, I have proud to Gooner gamers, you guys are keeping the economy afloat, right? You have to be in the sauce to find it. I mean this unironically. People talk smack about Gooner gamers, furry games, LGBT games. Hey, it's fit for show for folks. I'm glad they exist. They're outlets for gaming creativity and what people want. In order to know that, you have to find it. Like, I'll open my Steam page, I won't see any Gooner games in there. You know why? Because I don't play them. I'll see like 40 different roguelikes up there. That's for sure. Everyone knows that. I'll see ads to buy more Final Fantasy XIV swag because I don't have a problem today.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's also good for Steam storefront is if you are someone who wants to have these games not catered in your selection, there's a little tab on your settings that says don't allow adult-rated games on it.
Yep.
And anything that has this kind of content is going to be stricken from your listing on the store. So you won't actually be able to see it.
Yeah, unless you look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even then, they'll warn you, says, hey, are you sure you want to play this game? This is against your search previews, things like that.
We've noticed that you haven't played any game that's like this game. Are you sure you want to look at it?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, that happened to me before when somebody told me that Orochi was available on Steam. And I'd never played, and apparently Orochi is considered an adult NSFW game now. Or something like that. And it's like, you haven't looked at the game. Are you sure you're looking at this? I know what Orochi is. Like, I just wanted to see if this is like the same as the I think the Xbox version. Anyway,
yeah, Xbox or like I think the old PS2 was where it was at too. So it's old-ish.
It's old, yeah. It's legitimately crazy. It's like, are you serious, my guy? Like, okay, this is where we're rolling, but that's how Steam works. So I think the same thing happens. I just find it really, really, really disheartening. Because like to me, it's like, hey man, as long as you're not causing any harm with your money, go buy whatever you want to buy. It's not my place to judge you. Do whatever, as long as you don't openly buy, Claire Expedition Obscure 33, the greatest RPG of all time, blah blah blah, and then go on a Square Enix forum saying Final Fantasy dog shit. As long as you don't do particularly that, we're all good. Just don't do that with your money, because that's pretty hurtful.
That's not even using your money. That's just using a forum. You can say that for free.
Yeah, you can say that for free. Exactly. You can just just hop online and be a POS. That's easy. But in a very serious way, like I feel like it just sounds very weird the last couple of years that like Visa and MasterCard has been against like people using OnlyFans, Fanly, these type of curated content to find. And again, these forums only exist if people find them. I do not think they're creating harm unless they do. Like, again, LGBT games and all these dating sims, et cetera, you have to be in the sauce to know about them. And I don't think normies are finding this stuff. Like, I'm gonna ask you guys honest questions. What was the last LGBT game you guys played? What was the last furry dating simulator you guys played? Any
Does Baldur's Gate 3 count for both of those?
I can't relax.
Baldur's Gate 3 is for everyone, so yes, it does count. But I don't want that game to get banned, so I'll say no for you. Okay, I don't want to I don't lose that game. I don't want the people banning for that.
Claire Obscure doesn't count.
No, it doesn't. I mean, if you want to say Final Fantasy bad, then yeah, sure, it doesn't count.
I'm not sure when the last time I played something like that was. Then, if Baldur's Gate doesn't count.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate. Yeah, because we got to protect Baldur's Gate. We got to protect Shadowheart. She did nothing wrong, just like Watame, right? Nothing. Like, I see you holding it. He's like, yeah, Shadowheart did nothing wrong. Look away from the screen, like did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing.
Jeez.
God. But yeah, in a serious discussion though, I'm not a fan of this. It's not Valve's fault. This is just MasterCard Visa being, again, this is a weird thing. Like, you guys feel the same way, right? Like, how?
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
No.
Especially because this could just be like the tipping point. Like, what if there's other types of games that they don't want Valve to be selling on their storefront?
Yeah.
Like, this could just be the beginning of something that could be much worse.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like it creates a conundrum of like, oh yeah, by the way, you know, I can censor gaming, all that jazz, and it's just like, again, I just feel weird that the two monetary dispensers, the biggest one in the world, two of the big ones, are being moral arbiters. Since when? That's just weird because they've been doing it other places. But yeah. And speaking of moral arbiters, I have seen Superman, so I think Lex Luthor did nothing wrong.
Even kidnapping the puppy. No.
Where's the dog, Lex? Where's the dog?
The dog. Like, I wish. Look, I wish Superman
Lex.
said it in a. I wish Superman said that in a Boston accent. I wish he said it in a Boston. Where the dog? The dog, Lexi, the dog. You don't see my dog at? I want that. I wanted that. I wanted a Boston, New York accent. But yeah, I saw the movie. I have takes on it, but I can fully talk about it. I think it's an okay movie. It's not the greatest. It's not goated. I think it's okay. And by okay, I mean 2.5 to 2.75.
Out of what? 2.7
Out of 5.
What?
Out of 3.
Yeah, I think that's
Out of 5,
pretty
yeah,
low
5.
for okay, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay is 2.5. Yeah, that's average. Like, it's above average. 2.5, 2.75. It's okay. I think it's okay.
Average for ratings like 6 out of 10 nowadays.
Yeah, I'm doing 5. I'm doing 5. You want to double
5
that?
is not an average. 5 is below average.
5 is average. That's okay.
Not sure what to say right here.
I mean, the movie was like super edited to the extreme. They had tons of out of character moments. Superman for like the first 30 seconds was like just Peter Quill, and he does that a lot in the movie, which is James Gunn saying. So I mean, like, things like that already like drop points from it, and I'm not even getting to the generic clone fight at the end. So it's like, you know, so you know, so I mean, like, does it feel good? Yeah, vibes wise, yeah. Oh god, yeah, it's Superman, baby. He got the girl. We got a 5-minute kiss scene for no reason. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I respect that. Like the movie, the most characters that were in character in the movie was the Daily Planet crew. All those felt like were exactly almost 1-to-1 to their comic counterparts, almost 1-to-1.
Wow.
Plus or minus Perry just smoking cigars randomly, as Bunk does in The Wire, you know.
Or Jimmy Olsen just randomly having like the best game ever for no reason. Like, he
I
does
love
comic
that.
books.
That bit was hilarious. Yeah.
That was
I
too
also
funny.
I also like in the end where he got the girls like, we'll be together. He's that sigh of relief and pain. He's like, all right, yeah, whatever, baby, whatever.
You
So
saved the world at
happy
what
right
cost?
now.
You saved the world, but at what cost?
I feel like that's gonna be like that's gonna be Jimmy Olsen like villain turn right there. He's like, yeah, this is when I'm gonna start like becoming a misogynist Olsen with superpower. I keep these men away from me. Girls are icky, you know. Who have a tree house and hide away from them. That'll be the next movie. I'm looking forward to that. But overall, that's just my opinion. Movie, like I said, vibes wise is good, whatever. But it's like this was like a speed run movie, a crash course for some people who have never seen Superman, which is very obvious based on how people acted about this movie about it. And it's like, wow, you've clearly never seen Superman. Oh, by the way, Lex Luthor giving the game away saying he's jealous was pretty bad writing. I'm sorry.
He does that in comics all the time, though, so you can't really say that's bad writing unless you mean all the comics that he's ever said he hates Superman is bad writing.
No. Hating Superman is okay. Saying I'm envious is the bad writing. That's the bad writing.
Well,
Saying I'm envious.
I could
You're
understand
supposed to
why,
lie to yourself
right?
about it. The same way Guy Gardner lied himself about it, he's a cool Green Lantern. He's not supposed to say he's a loser. Duh! We all know it!
Hey, Guy Gardner's the upgrade.
Exactly, right. Like Kevin's not supposed to say that he hates Net Impact when he says he loves the game. He was out for Day 1 tournament, 163 players. He was one of them. We have to believe him. That's the part we have to believe.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's just like my take of the movie. Like, you guys could talk more about it, but that's just like I feel like it's a good movie. I recommend people see it. Superman. It's the best DC movie in like 10 years, which is saying a lot because it's a lot. Like, like Snyderverse was just dog crap, man. If you Dias was just like the worst movies. Like it's just crap. All of it's crap. The entire thing was crap. And okay. I'll jump on my soapbox here. Conspiracy mode gets serious here. The Snyderverse, the Bring Back Snyderverse was an actual conspiracy that was actual terms marketed allegedly by him. Allegedly, I'm not gonna say it was, but it was actual terms to make you believe to watch a 4-hour CGI horror fest, so he can have a relevant career, so he can make more average movies or subpar movies. I can't even say movies are average. Movies are subpar. Sunday movies are subpar, like Rebel Moon. That's all I gotta say.
Jeez.
But jeez, come on! Have you seen Rebel Moon? It's subpar. I wouldn't even give that to my 13-year-old cousin who don't speak English. I wouldn't even give it to my Canadian French cousin to watch. And you know what Canadian and French are, Kevin? You know how they are. Je sais quoi, you know how they are. You know how they are. You know, they think they're better than us because they have tap water. Tap water.
Oh, God.
Animals. Yes, they are. Animals.
Too many questions there.
Too many questions there? I don't have tap water. I'm from America. I got freedom water.
I mean, I love the movie. Like, definitely an interesting take on Superman. And, I mean, of course, like, they're showing many points where he was vulnerable. Not only that, but at least it was a movie where he actually got to play with all the other DC characters that he could on his first run, right? Like, and they didn't actually have to explain anything to you. They weren't just.
Well, no, that was the speed run at the beginning. They did that because they wanted
the like Spider-Man 4 sentences of text.
Exactly, exactly, because they wanted to do, because James Gunn took the idea, not took the idea, but was probably like, it's like Spider-Man. Then now Spider-Man movies don't tell you who Spider-Man is because we all know who Spider-Man is. You know who Superman is. So there's no reason for pretext. That makes sense. That was a good decision. I didn't want to see, Clark Kent like lifting a cow and pile driving a horse like 10 seconds in the movie. That would have been sick, but that would be animal abuse, and I think that would be problematic. Like if he could hit this spinning pile driver on a horse, that would have been like, oh my god, what a goat! My goat, that's my goat, my goat. But that would, Capcom would sue, as we learned, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
You think Capcom would sue? You think they would?
That.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, you don't know. All right. Well, all right. So, Kevin, if you could just grab your broom and do the screw pile driver and let those Capcom would sue us, let us know. That would be the best. Okay?
I'm not gonna do Final Atomic Buster on a broom.
Don Cheadle would.
Can't afford it.
He would do it though.
I wouldn't.
I mean, if you paid enough money, I'm sure you could make him do anything. No.
I mean, that's what the money's for. Anyway, I watch too much Madden. That show is actually depressing if you figure it out. So, but no, it's like, yeah, they speed run that. That was a good decision. Obviously, the vulnerability elements was great, but it is what it is. It's a bit janky in some parts. Like, I think one part, I don't know how you guys feel about it. Like, Supergirl characterization in the end being like that punk rock, like I would say punker bad girl was pretty weird.
I mean, they're just copying that from DC Supergirls. That's nothing new.
That's something new. No, it's not new. No, it's not nothing new. I just felt
don't mind them doing that, especially because the way that they're building it up is gonna be for Woman of Tomorrow, which is basically where she starts, is right there.
Yeah, which we're gonna get Space Supergirl in school or something like that. I don't know how to feel about that. Again, these are things I'm thinking like, I don't know.
I don't know how it's going to go, but I am more confident in how it's running just because it looks like there's a lot more focus on the scripts and on the actual writing and making sure they do get approved before things can go forward.
More or less. That part I'll definitely agree.
So we already have the writer for Supergirl, and apparently most of the people who've read through that script are really excited about it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna wait until that shows up to say my full of is this a good or bad Supergirl, because all we got to see was just like a 10-second of where's my dog and then ran off.
Where's my dog?
Where's my dog? Dog throws around.
Yeah, first out Superman, call him a bum, steal his food, probably stole his roti. We know probably stole his roti. That's what that. But I would say like unironically, like that I feel like the angle they're going, it's an angle. It's an angle. I'll say that.
It is absolutely taking the newer comics angle. So if you're someone who likes the newer like iterations of these characters, you'll like it, I'm sure. But if you're someone who likes, like, say, the Richard Donner version of Superman, it's gonna not be the same.
Oh, that's not happening. No, this is just hard facts. We're not getting John Byrne Superman. That's not happening.
Yeah.
All-Star Superman. That is, you would need massive balls to make All-Star Superman, but that's not happening. That's not.
Yeah.
You would need massive balls. That's not happening. That's two. So those are the top two. Like that's not happening. No, I know.
Yeah.
That. But like I said, I think a lot of elements of movies are good. Like I said, 2.5, 2.75. It's above average. It's speed run. It's good. Those are the things I didn't like about the movie. Some elements of characterization, some parts fell out of character. Like
I think the problem is the same thing that you have the same problem, my wife, of just like you want it to be different because you have your favorite comics and you want those characterizations to be on the screen. And they're not doing that characterization. They're doing newer and newer comics like Rebirth that they're better than say New 52, but they're not nearly as good as like the Golden and Silver Age of the comic characterization.
The sad part is Rebirth is and look. As long as New 52 is just so bad that I the fact you mentioned it again, I'm going to replace you with Dan Aykroyd. Is Dan Aykroyd right?
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd, yeah, Dan Aykroyd's coming up.
Look,
I'm trying to get some people here to help the podcast going, not Don Cheadle, all right? So I would appreciate that you put some effort into saying the skibbity riz.
Skibbity riz.
Say the catchphrase. That's what we paid you for.
I don't have enough riz to say that word.
Skibbity riz.
Skibbity riz, yeah. You have to say it. That's what we pay you for.
Riz.
Yeah, there we go. He said it. All right, cool. This podcast is saved. But no. I feel like the elements of there are two moments at Lucifer that felt extremely out of character. One of them being, let's be honest here. You have to, I am admitting his envious is different from saying I hate somebody. And then him going Joker pill, just blasting a dude's face on just because. I was like, wait, what? Where Lex Luthor is maniacal, playing evil. Just I got the strap, I gotta carry him. He might as well just do the Joker run away, play take on me, running away back to his pocket dimension. That would have been at the same point, might as well just go full Carney at that point. And I understand why they wanted to kill somebody, because they wanted to copy the same effect from what was it, the Superman, or the famous Apocalypse War Superman, the first one from the 90s, from the Adventure Superman, where the Jack Kirby stand-in died, because when Jack Kirby died, we all felt something. Seriously, Jack Kirby, GOAT. But anywho, same effect they want to do right there. That was the same idea. I understand why they did that. That was yeah. But also, we gotta stop killing halal guys, man. Halal guys provide so much for the community. Please stop. Please stop killing halal guys.
But he didn't have a family. It was all right. No.
That's what makes it worse. It's they had to justify murdering this guy. It's what is this, man? That was so bad. Also, Metamorpho, they did a good job with him. I think it was great. I did a good job. The Justice Gang did a good job. That is a JL. Yeah, JLI. The JLI is great. Again, there are a lot of seeds. I can't wait to
see what they're gonna do. Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, this is why I give that score. It's they're interesting part, but the seeds in it carry more weight than some of the elements of the movie, and you want to see that stuff more further off. Nathan Fillion is old. I could see that in his face. That man. Man, you've gotten old, brother. I hope that's makeup. Man,
what do you expect?
You're old now.
He's been around.
Denzel Washington looks like he's still 30. What about that?
Who? What?
Denzel Washington still looks like he's 30.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. He has a great fade. Unlike you, who his fade went to crap in 2 months. Terrible.
Whatever.
You let me down, not Don Cheadle. All right, now I'm going to say this catchphrase. Say skibbity risk. It's right there. Say the catchphrase. Come on. This is what we pay you for. Please. Oh god. But no. It's I genuinely think the movie is good. A lot of the seeds of the movie are better than some elements of the movie. I give it the rating what it is. I do recommend you seeing it, because this could be the wave or direction DC is going, which I kind of wanted from Snyderverse, but wasn't going to happen with Snyderverse because Zack Snyder is a hack and couldn't make a movie to save his life. And I mean that quite seriously. Watch his movies are all bad. So, that's about it. Also,
I think the irony of this too is the thing that WB wanted from Snyder in the beginning was like the push to basically be the thing to rival Avengers.
yes,
And focusing it on one person rather than say how James Gunn did it, which is focusing it on a lot of different people, is ironically the thing that they probably wanted Snyder to do.
exactly. That which makes it such a better thing because of it. And like the blow up is that like like I said, there are elements of Superman I did not enjoy, but there's other elements to put more points in. Because the Superman movie, enjoying the side characters doesn't make the main movie better. It's like watching an anime because you're a Vegeta fan. You don't watch Dragon Ball because you're a Vegeta fan. Goku and Gohan are the main face. That is not a good way to say it's good. That's the best way to describe how I felt about those series, whatever. But also, did you guys hear what happened about like the trial testing for the movie where the scene where Superman saves a squirrel? Spoiler! Anyway, he saves a squirrel, and people are like, "I hate that scene." Then he put it back in, like, "Where's that squirrel?" I was like, "Shut up, man! I don't look." I trust the movie based on the merits of the people behind it, okay? If you make a bad movie, I put you on the list, and I hope I'll never see you again. Scott Snyder, that's you. Zack Snyder, that's you. You're not on the list, I'll never see you in the movies again. Your movie's terrible. Don't want to see you again. Rian Johnson, I didn't like Rian Johnson for Star Wars, but I've seen their other movies. Like, you know what? They have a good command of mystery and everything else. Just Star Wars didn't work out for them. It must have been some other thing. But you know what? I'm glad to see their movies. You know? As I see Kevin blink there, are you a Rian Johnson hater? Are you Morse coding Rian Johnson?
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that? You wouldn't say that? Or the catchphrase?
Not saying the catchphrase, yeah.
Damn it! This is the problem with Spectator Mode Podcast. We're trying to make a catchphrase, and it just isn't working. I'm trying really hard to make a catchphrase.
It's a catchphrase. So.
I'm sure we can find a catchphrase, but it is not the thing that you want us to say.
Yeah. So we don't have the ippity with the skippity. I'm putting it there, please. Like it's chauffeur. All right, so I'm gonna end the podcast and then I'll go back to my life as a 9-to-5 accountant. I already do that already. Sorry, so I can't end the podcast. So, but no, that's just my take of the movie. And I like, yeah, your wife and I are probably in the same boat, but it feels like Rebirth has some different ideas, but Rebirth fell off after like DCU. Rebirth like just collapsed on itself in like 2 years, and now we're in absolute territory. And it's like to me, like the most consistent DC's ever been, in my opinion, is late 80s to like until Paul Levitz left the company in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And shout out to Paul Levitz. You did good work. I don't know you as a person, but you did good work. Because like there's like for DC Comics, and I don't know if Kevin read modern DC Comics, like there's very few characters that maintain its aura. Like Nightwing from the 90s, I would say Chuck Dixon's run. And Chuck Dixon's a terrible person, Lynn out there. Chuck Dixon from the 90s and modern Nightwing, I think it's Benjamin Percy. No, sorry, it's I forgot his name. Oh God, not Benjamin Percy was before him. It's someone else now. It's the guy who wrote X-23 and Superior Iron Man and Justice. I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about, right, Scott? The current.
I know the author. I don't know the name, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, the Injustice writer. Let's just say Tom Hardy. No, it's not Tom Hardy, but that guy. He has the same energy consistency matching the old era, and that's like I feel like in DC. DC just like the relaunch, rebooting, et cetera, universe nuking. It's like it kind of hurts level of consistency, but the greatest point of consistency was like I want to say from late 80s all the way to like until Paul Levitz left the company.
I think the irony of when you look at, say, the DC, I guess, initiative is they're going to be hoping that this universe does increase comic sales of the newer material.
Right.
So that's probably also another reason why it's more based off of the newer comics than the older ones, because trying to get the older DC comics is a nightmare. Thanks reprint issues. But the blow up is like DC has made an initiative to start putting more absolutes being the face. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. I don't think they can ever get a live action absolute Batman though. That's going to be way too hard to try to pull. Yeah,
it's like, and I don't reckon Tom Taylor. I was right with Tom. Tom Taylor's the guy who's doing it now. Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor's the guy, because I walked to my bookshelf and pulled it out. I walked into my bookshelf. Yeah. Silently this time. I didn't yell the whole theme song. But yeah, it's Tom Taylor. Shout out to Tom Taylor. I love the X-23 run. But yeah. but it's like, yeah. So it just feels that way. But in my opinion, though, it's still a good movie. It's not as good as I hoped it to be. There are elements of it that feels a bit rushed. There are elements that are a bit generic, which holds it down. Jimmy Olsen having the bag and the skippity was pretty nice, but he saved the world. So might be the sort of his origin story. Where he closes his eyes and hates women and hides in a treehouse, which I'm hoping for that to happen next movie. I think unironically though, I don't know if the actor for Lex Luthor is multi-year deal. So if they end the movie without him, that'd be pretty weird. But we don't know. Who knows? That's about it. And I think a good point to say about the movie is that apparently Clark Kent's parents are Southern. I thought they were from the Midwest, but I guess that's what we need: Southern parents.
They want the Kansas accents to be authentic. Okay, no.
I didn't even say. I tell you what. I tell you what. Where was Jimmy Carter? Jimmy Carter. Anyway, jokingly, that's how I feel the movie. My favorite actor in that movie was Nathan Fillion and Metamorpho. Nathan Fillion should have been Booster Gold 10 years ago, but it is what it is.
Honestly, yeah, he would have been a fun Booster Gold.
Yeah. I'm glad he's there. Actually, I mean that's my favorite thing about it. Like Nathan Fillion in comic book movies, he barely gets the shine that he deserves, and then after he finally gets something where he's actually a part of it on a supporting role, where he actually has proper lines and he can be himself. That's something else. It's something totally different.
Yeah,
and he's got his little charm in there, like especially when when Metamorpho and him were talking. And and it's just like,
we don't want him on the team. Ooh, Justice Gang sounds good. We want him on the team.
We want him on the team, yeah, because he can finally break the tiebreaker. Also, I'm gonna tell this to Kevin, right? Kevin, Mr. Terrific, he's okay, it's whatever. But didn't you feel Mr. Terrific was like trying to be like Samuel Jackson, that brother who just said stuff at the time? Good actor though, he did a good job. But it felt like it was too. Again, these are elements from like stuff that James Gunn's worked in the past that you see it now. It's here. It's like, yeah, okay, I see what you're doing here, brother. I
kind of like the voice as well. Like that was kind of cool. Like especially.
Oh yeah, he did a good job. But it's like this is the thing. Like if you guys like, oh no, no. I like the movie. I just see things and I notice comparison, and it doesn't stand out as strong as it should be because it is blah blah blah. And it's like jokingly playing an impact and telling everybody it's a 5 out of 5 game. It is not. It's a 10 out of 5 game. 10 out of.
I didn't play the full game yet, so I'm not saying anything.
You need to look if you do not agree with 15 out of 5 with the next podcast. I swear to Skibbity, John Cheadle's taking your spot and your fade.
Why Don Cheadle?
I mean, it's either him or if we could hire, I don't know. I've heard this guy called Terrence Howard. It needs money.
Terrence Howard.
He's good at math, He's good at math.
Howard.
We need another math guy here besides me, Because 1 + 1 isn't like 0 + 0 isn't 0,
Okay.
That's what he said. I wish I was joking. But
sometimes it's an imaginary number.
Sometimes imaginary number, yeah. But unironically, though, I also do like the idea of them explaining pocket gates and the dimensional issues in DC because, like, if you know how Mother Box work technology in DC Universe, they do cause a lot of destruction, and that's why Apocalypse throw people into the grinder for that. That's evil and dope at the same time, but seriously evil. But
it was awesome seeing actually like the real live action boom tubes in the.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was great. Yeah, that was great. Okay. I guess one thing I deeply like, this is a positive. I said Mr. Terrific was also a good character I liked. It's good to see brothers in prominent roles. I'm being honest with you. Yeah. He's like, God, and that spoiler, that scene in the end, really, you couldn't fix the really everything. Yeah, that the way he did the God damn it, the way he did that walk, that strut was great. I love that. I walk off his surface was great.
He knows what he is.
I mean, the whole Mr. Terrific and Lois scene that had me down a bit.
that was a fantastic fight scene.
I don't want to hear it.
I mean, No, I mean the garage part actually.
Oh, the
Oh, yeah,
garage
yeah.
part.
Oh yeah. It's like it's you got anything faster? Yeah, that's coming next. I'm working on it.
You can build a spacecraft that launches at like light speed, but you can't build a good garage.
I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's like I have plans. Like I deeply like that. Like I like it's just like the guy who played it, fantastic. But again, notice like the compliments I give it to the movies. To me, that's lower. It's the people around it, not the main guy. Because about it, the guy who plays Superman looks good, but to me, again, he's a little too Peter Quill pilled. And I didn't like the fact he didn't say skibbity. He didn't say skibbity.
Are you saying he didn't have enough riz for you as Superman?
No, he didn't have enough riz. He had the curl. He left his girlfriend in the apartment and didn't eat the pancakes. By the way, I took note that he didn't eat the
Didn't
pancakes.
eat the pancakes.
Very evil. That's how you know.
Peter
that's
Parker
evil
would
Superman.
never. No.
Peter Parker. Yeah, that's how you know he was evil. Like that was evil Superman. That's the James Gunn twist. That's evil Superman. That's Justice Lord Superman. Real Superman would never abandon the pancakes. He did. He abandoned the pancakes. He would do that. I mean, you spent all that time putting the batter, the mix, the eggs. You put it over the oven. It's gone. Don't eat it. That's evil. That's almost Maxwell Lord evil. If you know who Maxwell Lord is, you know. Also, Maxwell Lord being a Kacharian character is I like that as a modern twist. The thing is that in his original intake, Maxwell Lord was more about being, I'm a nice guy. I believe in heroes. I'm a great person. Beneath him, I'm an actual sociopath. But since we live in the modern age, sociopaths are cool. No, they're not, but they're cool. They're not cool. They're not
We
cool.
just have a weird side of the world that thinks they're cool.
Yeah. And a weird side of the world that argue that like Superman having burn marks or like bleeding or whatever is fake because he's indestructible. Like that's not how that works. Please, that's not how that works. Like look, like
as people expect. Like, how are you supposed to lose a fight against a really tough opponent if you're not gonna like at least be a blood donor for a good 5 minutes? Like that's
it's just super weird. Like when I saw like the lot of fake or like I would say astroturf criticism, and one of the worst criticisms of the movie, and I'll stand on this, the movie bombed, they didn't do well. Why are we judging movies by the money they make?
Yeah.
Judge movies by the quality of they are. That's the real basis. Because let me give you a perfect example. Street Fighter the movie, my goat, Jean-Claude Van Damme, my goat. My Frenchie goat. Bombed. Movie, part of my childhood. Greatest movie of all time. You want to come on that boat with me? We're going to fight for freedom. Raul Julia, my goat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But unironically, right? Isn't that such a bad metric to judge movie by? Like just how much money it makes? It doesn't meter as much. How much the movie is.
I mean, the movie itself is on track to making $1 billion already. So
exactly, people are like it bombed. Like
I think it's really dumb to judge it based on the first like week to 2 weeks. Is like yes, you will probably see the biggest bump on that for pre-orders, but that doesn't guarantee that it's going to stay that low the entire time. And I do find it funny because like the one I remember the most about this happening was like Elemental, because it did really terribly in the first week. But because they kept it in for like 2 months, it actually made like almost double the amount it needed just to succeed. Because the people started talking how much they actually liked it. Because the Elemental trailer was actually super generic compared to how the movie was not generic.
and by the way, I'll be honest with you, I didn't see Elementals when it came out. I saw the movie on Disney Plus, and it's a good movie. I think it's great. It has a great immigrant story, and it's a blow up, right? Like you should judge if you want to be number metric. You should judge it by the end of the last showing and say that this movie made XX money and was in theaters for 3 months. Like people do the same thing for freaking Thunderbolts. It's like, oh, Thunderbolts is a bad movie. It's a flop. Like it's not a flop. It's a good movie. I recommend seeing it. Okay, it's got. They said like thunder like lightning, and then when that happened, I cried and gave the movie a 9 out of 4. I had to double the points there. When Winter Soldier pulled out the gun from the fridge and said, "It's time to skibbity, boys," I was like, "Yo, he said it! He said it! Oh my god!" I was talking in theaters.
The fridge. You didn't. But what? You didn't feel anything when he took his arm out of the dishwashing machine? Come on.
I mean, I'm poverty. I took things out of places before, but then when he pulled the gun out the fridge and said it's time to skibbity, I was like, oh my god, my goat. That was my goat.
We can now justify that Kid Silius's way to score movies is how often they have skibbity in the movie.
Exactly. Yeah. You do it, you get instant like 20 stars, you know. But in a serious note, it's like I try to judge movie. If you want to talk movies monetary value, do it at the end of it because I hate that. Like, you're like, oh, it's 2 weeks in bomb. People don't see movies. People wait for reviews. People wait for like word of mouth. Like I think Sinners has made more money before I hit the streaming platforms. I think it's on like HBO Max now because people talked about it after the first 2 weeks. Like Kevin didn't see the movie on day one from the gutter. He wasn't there. He was too busy playing that Impact and hitting the Infinite, right?
A game I didn't have, yeah.
Just look.
A game I didn't have fully, no.
Play it in his mind, clearly.
Say, Kevin.
Pretty much.
Kevin, listen to me. You need to say, yes, I played that Impact 4 weeks ahead to get ahead of the competition so I can win Evo. Say those lines, my guy. I wrote it down on the fucking card, man. It's a card. I wrote it in paper, bro. It's right there. It's right next to your room again. It's in the blue box. Go get it. Read the card. I wrote it there. Come on, man. I'm trying to sell a podcast. Anywho, sure. This is why I can't wait to Don Cheadle take you next. So he'd be like, I love to skibbity get silly. It's like, oh my god, he said it. Best podcast. Yeah, but unironically, that's the truth. Like people don't see movies like at back in like nowadays they used to, because let's be honest, some theaters charge different prices. My local theater charges $11 for adult admission. AMC charges between 18 to 24. Kevin, if you could say your local theater price, that would be great. What they charge, if you're aware.
Depends on what kind of movie you want to watch.
Regular movie,
3D, IMAX, X-Max now, and
X-Max, Supermax, Big Back, Uncle Pack. Regular showing, just a regular showing.
Regular showing, I think about. I gotta check because I think I'd say maybe like about 14.
14.
I have to let me double check that because I got Scene Club as well. So
wait, you join a membership program to pay for things? Look how rich he is. Did you know? Did you know in his house it has doors? Look at it. Both Scott has one door. He's trapped.
I get a free ticket every month. Okay, so
a free ticket. Look at this man with his money. Look at, like I said, look at his house.
I get a free ticket. And I get a discounted ticket with Scene Club, okay? So
it's insane. Look at the stuff he's getting from Canada. He's got a door in his house. Scott's got one door and that's it. It's in and out, he dies. That's it. Like if he opens it up, it's over for him. Me, I'm in a black void. I'm dead out here. This man has doors in his house. He's living the dream. The goddamn dream. And I'm out here like dying. So bad. He gets a free ticket, a discount ticket. They give him a back rub from what I hear. They tell him it's
doors in America. What the hell?
Well, where I am, we have doors, but those doors are designed to be like you get shot at. You know, just like yo, oh god. Yeah, but anywho.
Yeah. For Superman itself, it's $22.25.
$22.25 USD. That's about because we pay less than that. Probably $19.99.
C80. Sorry.
C80. See the authoritarian dollar. You know that's what he says. Canadian authoritarian dollar. How they force him to have doors in his house. You know they force.
But they only have Ultra APX and 3D for it.
Oh my god! So they
so that's the expensive one then.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, let me try like let me try like a.
It's $19.99 to like $22.99 USD because we pay like USD. But in general, see the price range between the movie tickets. It's insane. So it's like
it's a lot more expensive.
Actually, hold on. Let me try the 3D one.
So $20.
You get
$20. Yeah. So you get to that. It's like, so I don't think people see movies first try anymore. Hell, unless something's given up for free, like Kevin, you're a hip hop fan, right? You love the let me read the quote here. The rap music, the hippity hop, the gangsta beats. Is that right? Gangsta beats? Is it gangsta or gangster?
Oh my god.
Here. Yeah, I don't want to be wrong here. I'm trying not to get attacked by Don Cheadle. Because he like, oh man, like it's a racist. He said it wrong. I can't work on his podcast. But seriously though, you're a fan of hip hop. You're aware of the Clip's new album, like God Sort 'Em Out, right?
Yeah.
It's on Spotify. Like you can listen to the album for free, so it costs them nothing to listen unless you use Spotify. Blah blah blah, right? But it's like unless something's given to free on a platform, people will see it instantly. Unless it's like that, movies still have an entry fee, a payment fee to go see it. Same thing with video games. So because that entry fee exists, people might be a little cautious, regardless of the price point, to see it or not.
Mm.
So it's safe to say that, like, no, I don't think very few movies bust out gangbusters like day one from the gutter anymore. And I'm okay with like movies getting a longer shelf. But movies having more shelf life in theaters is good for everybody, you know?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because I want to see Eddington, and not because I'm a Pedro Pascal fan, and not because I think he's handsome, and I think he's the most perfect boy ever. That's not because of me. I'm not. That's not. Nope. Not because of that. I am completely unbiased towards my respect for Mr. Pascal, or Senor Pascal, as he likes to be called in pop circles. Senor Pascal. Yeah. But unironically, that's the way to do it. But overall, though, we'll be winding down on the podcast. It's time for us to give a couple of things we need to say. I think we need to say that I want to thank each and every last one of you for checking out the podcast. You've been following us on all our social platforms. You know, if you check us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Spotify, we listen to. We appreciate all of you. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to drop a like and a subscription to the channel. Drop a comment if like you think I'm wild about my takes about Superman. Maybe I'm too harsh as a movie reviewer because I watch too much movies to a point that I had to re-review my old review of Layer Cake, and I had to move it from a 3 to a 3.5. I was too harsh on Layer Cake. It's a good movie. I was too harsh. I admit that. So you guys think that would let it down below. But yeah, I want you guys, and yeah, this is the end of the podcast. I thank you guys all for that. Please be sure to follow us on Blue Sky, YouTube, and check out Spectator Mode Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are hosted. This is Get Silius, Kevin Kelly, and Scott signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.
Later.